So I wanted to go over with if you have a dot camera for Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. And again, I apologize for this morning that I couldn't get or this afternoon that I couldn't get my share application screen to go. But that's what happens when we have tech issues, right? So basically, I have an IPEVO dot camera. So if you have a different dot camera, I can't imagine that it's going to be much different. And what you want to do is make sure that your dot camera is plugged in and turned on first before you start your Blackboard Collaborate meeting. So mine's plugged in. I make sure that my camera is up, and then I go into my Blackboard course and start my meeting. And that's just, just coming in here. You can create a session. You can join a session, and then once I'm in here and I want to share it, you're going to go to this share application screen, and we're going to say show the entire screen. And you'll get all these funky looks, but just minimize your browser. And if you haven't already, then you can maximize the dot camera, and then you'll be able to write and your students can see it. If you're recording it, right, and they can see the recording, but then you can also have this document that you can scan in and share with your students. And then once you're done, you can go back into your Blackboard course and just click, I'm going to stop sharing. And then I can come back in here for the course, for the class. Okay? So, and if you haven't worked with Blackboard Collaborate this morning when we were talking about your session settings, you can set them up when you create a session, or under My Settings, if you need to change anything, you also have the ability to change those to make sure that your students can do everything that we were doing. If you want to create a session, if you haven't done that, then when you click your Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, if it's not one of your options here, then it's going to be under your course tools. That's also where you're going to find the honor lock that we were talking about. And I'm just going to create a session. You have to give it a title, and then you pick when it starts and ends. If you're letting people from outside your class join in, make sure they have permission. And you can let students in early if you want. And then right here, is where you have, again, your session settings. So you can, this is where if you want your students to be able to share their files, I'd probably just make them presenters. I wouldn't make them moderators, because you have a lot more control as a moderator than as a presenter. And you can record downloads. So, and again, change any permissions that you want to. And then just hit create, and then it'll show up like ours did here.